I remember when you were a child on your father's knee. You were an obnoxious, self-centered, spoiled...
And I remember when you were a house guest and drank all my father's brandy.
Tell me, Elizabeth, why did your father send a woman to do a man's job?
Perhaps because the woman is better qualified than most of the men he knows.
Well, now, that doesn't say much for Sir Richard Peel's judgment.
Oh, but the whole world would disagree with you, Lionel. Then it usually does.
Your father is, forgive me, a barely competent painter, an incompetent art historian who hides behind his English accent in order to receive lucrative invitations to lecture.
It's galling, isn't it, not to have them knocking down your door with invitations?
I don't have to lecture to make my bread. I do it for fun, not profit.
Oh, how fortunate. Otherwise you might starve.
I could go on like this forever, Elizabeth, but folks, I really don't want to destroy this lady's one moment of glory.
Oh, not at all, Lionel. The pleasure's been all mine.
You're staying at Cece's Royal Suite in the Capwell Hotel?
No, she is spending the time here in my home as an honored guest.
Good. The service in the hotel is shabby. I'm sure you'll be much happier with Cece at his home, since you two are so much alike. You both love blowing your own horns.
Wait a minute, Mr. Lockridge. Are there any other comments you'd like to make about Sir Richard Peel or about his daughter?
Oh, I can speak volumes about that, but I think you better save your ink for the real story coming up, what I'm going to find on the Amanda Lockridge.
Can you give us any details at this time?
Only that it will be a glorious moment in history for the Lockridges and the world when we bring the treasure safely on board.
I'm sorry, Elizabeth. I gave orders to have him stopped at the door.
It was my fault. I guess I encouraged him to say those things.
You were only defending yourself, as you only had a right to do. Please, would you excuse me for a moment?
Of course.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I have something in private to say to Mr. Lockridge.
Hey, what is this? The gunfight at the OK Corral?
I want you at my house at 5 o'clock, Lockridge. We've got some things to settle.
I wouldn't miss it for the world.